Dreams are part of being young. Dreaming about what it's like to be rich. Dreaming about the boy or girl you later married and live happily ever after with. Dreams about careers in Hollywood. But young people also have bigger dreams. They dream about the kind of world they want to live in. They dream about a world where people are treated equally. They dream about a world where the color of your skin doesn't matter, where it doesn't matter if you're a Christian, a Jew, or a Muslim, or what your sexual orientation is. Dreams about a world where hatred has made way for the profound awareness that we are all part of one big community consisting of people with very different backgrounds and beliefs. Anne Frank dreamed of such a world while cooped up in the darkness of the secret annex, her hiding place in Amsterdam between July 1942 and August 1944. She was only 15 years old when the Nazi ideology of hatred and anti-Semitism put an end to her young life in Bergen-Belsen, just 1 month before that concentration camp was liberated. Only 15. She confided her dreams, both small and big, to her diary. "I hope that you will be a great support and comfort to me," she wrote in the very first sentence of her diary, still unaware of how important this support would prove to be in the 2 years that followed. We can only speculate about her thoughts during the last months of her young life in Auschwitz and Bergen-Belsen. Was she able to hold on to her dreams and ideals in a situation of increasing hopelessness? Did she still believe that people are truly good at heart, as she had written in a diary a short time before the arrest? Did she gaze at the sky, like she had earlier done through the attic window of the hiding place, and think everything is going to turn out okay? In response to questions like these, there is only silence. A silence that reflects our awareness that Anne Frank did not survive the Holocaust. A silence similar to the sober emptiness of the secret annex in Amsterdam, which makes her absence, and that of so many others, painfully apparent, with the diary as the silent witness of her dreams and her destiny. Since its publication in 1947, the diary has been read by millions of young people around the world. In the words of the diary, they hear the voice of someone their own age, a peer. Her dreams are their dreams. Her life story serves as a source of inspiration to teach them morality, a basic sense of right and wrong, about the things that makes us human. 211 years ago, in 1963, not far from here, just across the mall, in the shadow of the Lincoln Memorial, Dr. Martin Luther King expressed his dream of freedom and human dignity, of the unalienable rights of every individual to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. 4 years earlier, on March 18, 1959, Dr. King was the guest of honor at the motion picture premiere of The Diary of Anne Frank in New York. Anne Frank's dreams of a better world were also his dreams. Similar to her dreams, his were also rooted in a history of injustice and inequality. And like her, he did not give in to the hopelessness of the moment, but held on to his ideals, because he continued to believe in what he called the Bank of Justice. I quote Dr. King, "Even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream." Unquote. They were from the same generation, both born in 1929, only 5 months apart, and with their dreams and their tragic fates left a mark on history. course, historical circumstances do not easily lend themselves to comparison. The history depicted in our exhibition is completely different from the history Dr. King experienced. Amsterdam in the year 1944 and America in 1963 are completely different worlds, each with their own particular history. But then, what significance does this story hold for us if we live in such different worlds? I think the answer can be found in those patterns of human thought, in our attitudes and our behavior, in the difficult questions who we are, about our own identity and that of others, in prejudice and discrimination. The answer can be found in dreams that touch on human values, on equal rights for everyone in an open and free society, on improving on the world, or if that is too big and too ambitious, improving on your own reality. In big dreams like these, Anne Frank and Dr. King still resonate with young people from all over the world. Your nation is made of dreams. Dreams set down in the Constitution of the United States of America and in your Declaration of Independence. They are embodied in what is commonly known all over the world as the American dream. This unique historic place is the home of that dream. I shall not remain insignificant, Anne Frank wrote in a diary on April 11, 1944. It sounds like the big dream of a little girl. But her words also implore us not to forget the severity of the story, whether we are here, or in New York, or in Amsterdam, wherever we are in the world, building a better future. Thank you.
And thank you to everyone here today who has been a part of this incredibly moving and special day. Foreign Minister Timmermans, thank you so much for joining us. I know you're going to have to leave in a few moments, and we just can't express our gratitude for the support of your government, and your personal commitment and your presence here has been really incredibly special and made the entire day even more meaningful. So thank you so much. Thank you. So today, as I have reflected on the magnitude of what we have done here on the grounds of the United States Capitol, I recommitted myself to go back and read the diary of Anne Frank as an adult. I grew up and read Anne's diary as required reading, like millions of other young American students have in high school. And today I realized it was important, especially because I, as I've mentioned, have twin almost 15-year-olds who will be 15 May 15th, to read Anne's perspective and to think about her optimism and her legacy through the lens of being the mother now of a young girl who is exactly Anne's age. And I mean, I think having chosen a path in my career that took me to make a commitment to public service and to making the world a better place, I think that especially when we are working every day to try to make our world a better place, we could all use a refresher course like that of Anne's diary. So that's my personal commitment and promise that I made to myself. It's been such an honor to be able to be the sponsor of the sapling and to have shepherded it to this day and to the planting on the Capitol grounds. Ron mentioned that Dr. King was someone who admired Anne Frank and what she stood for, and I think it's important for us to note how far we've come in America and in the world. And today, in the United States Capitol, we honored the millions of Holocaust victims and the survivors in Holocaust Remembrance Day, and recommitted ourselves, as we do every year, to the notion of never again. In the same week that when a horrific act of expression of racism occurred in our country, through something not very significant, organized professional sports, the immediate, strong, and swift response that occurred, I think, is a really important thing to note, to show how far we've come in our country from where we were before in committing acts of oppression, and how today those acts of oppression and expressions of racism are absolutely unacceptable, and make those that express them pariahs, the pariahs that they should be. So I think that was just an important thing to underscore. I'm not going to talk long. I think the best place to close, at least for me, is to commend to you the quote that we will have on the plaque that will be erected on the tree when it gets a little taller and its branches have the strength to sustain the size of the plaque and what it represents. But the quote on the plaque comes from Anne's diary, and it's really so apropos for the significance of today and the importance of the planting. It'll say, "How wonderful," to quote Anne from her diary, "how wonderful that no one need wait, but can start right now to improve the world." And that's what this entire day is planting. For those of you that are unaware, we also cut the ribbon on an incredible exhibit that was the concept of the Anne Frank House and the Center, and that is over in the Russell Rotunda. So I really commend to you traipsing over to the Senate side and taking a look at that incredible exhibit. We had a chance to walk through it after we cut the ribbon today, and it's really remarkable. So thank you all so much.
Right.